Check your mic. Yeah. Trying to get going here. So, all right. Oh, thumbs up over there. Okay. Calling to order the North County Regional Fire Authority Commission meeting of May 14th, 2025. Would you call the roll?
Commissioner Cade,
Here.
Commissioner Johnson,
Here.
Commissioner Kelly,
Here.
Commissioner Oakes,
Here.
Commissioner Ertley,
Here.
Commissioner Schreiber,
Here.
and I have Commissioner Sloan Buchanan excused.
Okay. Thank you very much. Okay. Please stand for the Pledge of Allegiance.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
All right, thank you very much. Okay. All right, we will get right into this. Do we have any public or employee comments signed up today?
This time.
Really? I'm shocked. Okay, that's good. All right, well then we'll move on to the IAFF Local 3438 report. Kirk?
Come on in.
Yeah, I apologize for that. Kirk Norman, Local 3438 Vice President for this bargaining unit. Thanks for the time today, Commission, citizens, coworkers, admin. Not much to report, just a couple things that are going on. Just a reminder, first Saturday in June is Fill the Boot. We'd like to invite you guys out again. We're going to have 2 locations, hopefully, Stanwood and Arlington. We'd love to see you out there. We're going to be around. I think you guys have an event going on.
Isn't that Chelan?
Yes,
June
but
6th and 7th is.
we'll be,
Is it 6th and 7th?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
we'll be
That
out there playing Frogger in the traffic, trying to collect donations for MDA. So if anyone can make it out, we'd love to see you. We recently, in the labor group, stood up our own official chapter of Honor Guard, which is going to be great for any general presentation, but unfortunately it gets used a lot for, fire and police funerals in the region. But Keith Johnson's leading that up. They've established their own governance board within it, and Chief Kraske supports it as well. We're going to be able to do right by those brothers and sisters that fall in the industry and be able to show up and honor them appropriately. So, additionally,
Excuse me, quick.
Yeah.
Does that include an honor guard for any kind of funerals of retired?
absolutely, yeah. If they
Okay.
request it,
Yeah,
we'll
not just on duty.
No.
Yeah, okay.
It's
That's what I
it's
thought. Okay.
past or present members.
Yeah. Okay.
Yep. Moving on to the payroll project, I'm sure we've all heard about that ad nauseum. I just wanted to say thanks again to the commission for being forthright and willing to make right the underpayments to our members. Allison Jubb, Autumn Head, Jesse Bosley, and Bob Beam have been absolutely working their tails off in conjunction with our respective consultants to get this done right. So thank you for that. I'm sure Chief Kuntz or Chief Kraske will talk about it today, but we just sent 6 more people to Swiftwater Rescue class, which brings our total Swiftwater technician count up to 12. Those members are really excited about the work that they do, and we had kind of a robust selection process to make sure the right people went. So we're standing up a fairly capable water rescue program kind of from the ashes of a previously failed one. Yeah.
Where does that occur? I mean, who's teaching that?
So we collaborate with outside agencies. One of the greatest things about the fire service is we share ideas, and frankly, we pirate each other's intellectual property aggressively. Sure. Because we take the best of every idea and put it into one big plan. Surfer has just about every waterway imaginable, and they have a very robust team, and they've been inviting us to their trainings for the last 5 years or so. And we collaborate with them, share knowledge with them, and it's really created a great program. This summer, before the summer fully kicks off, we intend to have a joint water rescue demonstration that I think Chief Kuntz is coordinating with District 21, where we're going to kind of talk to the public, interface, show them the things that we can do, and also talk about water rescue safety. Really kind of dig into what's largely the biggest hazard in our area, which is the river. So we'll be working on that. Other than that, I don't really have anything else. Are there any questions for the labor group? Perfect. I have one. Oh, go ahead.
Oh, well, I was just gonna say you were saying demonstrate to the public on Swiftwater Rescue. Is that at like one of the public events at Hallard Park?
We would hold it at Hallard Park because it's got the largest gathering area. It's
Yeah.
got a lot of like playground equipment and stuff like that, and it allows us to work alongside District 21, Arlington
I
Heights.
see, okay.
They have hovercrafts and things like that, and they also have Swiftwater, and
really?
it just demonstrates to the community that we're working together,
Really a-
and it's really a great thing.
Right.
So I'd like to introduce you guys. I think you've already met him, but Jesse Bosley is our political action chair. And he's got a few things to talk about today. Thank you for your time.
Commissioner Johnson, while Jesse steps up, so to answer your question, where the training took place, it was Lake Stevens and a lot on the Skycomish River and up around Columbus.
Okay, I would think so, but yeah, that's
You can
great.
see some photos
Yeah.
on it here.
Good, thank you.
Good evening, Commissioners. My name is Jesse Bosley, PAC Chair for Local 3438. We got a busy couple months ahead of us with our levy lid lift and 2 positions coming up for elections. I don't need to tell you how much work is going to go into that from the department side and the union side, but it's going to be a huge lift with the times that we have right now. I'm pretty optimistic that we're going to pass it, though. So, secondly, I'd like to extend an opportunity to Mr. Oakes and Mr. Schreiber to attend our union meeting at the end of the month. This same opportunity will be extended to the other members running for the spots, but we'd like to give you the opportunity to deliver your message at our union meeting and let us know if you'd like to seek endorsement. If you would, we would be happy to see you there. So that's all I got.
All right, thank you very much.
Mr. Chair, could I respond
Yeah,
to that?
go ahead, go ahead.
Thank you for the invite, and I look forward to sitting down and having a conversation with you guys.
Excellent. Appreciate that. Yeah, 15, 20 minutes, whatever you need, we'll carve that time out.
Okay.
Yeah.
Anything else? Okay, all right, thank you very much. Before proceeding to the approval of the agenda, I've been made aware that an amendment is needed for item 11 executive session. For the executive session, we will need to have an additional discussion allowable under RCW 42.30.140 to discuss matters relating to collective bargaining and negotiations. Are there any questions or discussion on that? Okay. Therefore, I move to amend item 11, executive session, citing a second topic as set forth in RCW 42.30.140 to discuss matters relating to collective bargaining and negotiations, and approve the agenda. Do I have a second? Okay, first and second. Any other discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Okay, agenda is amended, therefore, now okay, so we've approved the agenda. Now I need a motion to approve the consent agenda as presented.
So moved.
Second.
Okay, move to second, any discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Okay, consent agenda is approved. Unfinished business. I don't know how that somehow says nothing scheduled, but apparently this time around, like spinning the wheel on the Price is Right or something. So, okay, under new business, we have April 2025 financial report. Finance Director Crum.
Good afternoon, Commissioners. Randy Crum, your Finance Director. In your packet, you should have received the April financial report, and we'll move on to page 3 there, just some notes. Actually 1 page back. 1 forward. Perfect, there we are. I cannot read that number, it's very small, but it's much bigger than the previous month. One of my 2 favorite months occurred, April and November, my 2 favorite months. Of course, that's when we get our property tax distribution and fill back up our piggy bank. So that all came through. Oh, thank you. That number would be just over $18 million in all our accounts. Last month we were at 11.3. So you can see pretty much all that was property tax distributions, both property tax and EMS levy. Thank you. The next page, you'll just see that graphically represented. And you can see that's a high point in the last 10 years.
Wow.
Get larger and bigger tax base. And alrighty, the next page is just the general fund budget summary. You can see there under revenue summary, the general fund net property taxes, we're at 46%. A few of them don't come in April. The first half they come in May. They're a little late, but so we should be at 50% here pretty soon on that. Everything else is coming in quite well. I'll talk about transport and GEMT in a second here. We still have a few. We should be at about 33% of expenditures when we look down below on the bottom half of the numbers. A couple of the departments are a little bit over that. And we talked about that a little bit last month at the retreat, and we'll continue to monitor that. But overall, for total general fund, we're at 30%. So we're under that 33% target. So we're doing well there. On the next page, you'll see the transport revenues broken out GMT versus just regular. And on the top half, the GMT, you'll see we were just killing it the first 3 months. Well, there was a reason for that. They weren't paying us correctly. They were overpaying us. The state HCA had some of the billing codes mixed up, and we're giving everyone 100% when we don't all want 100%. And so our numbers were off the charts for the first 3 months. I was all excited, but now you'll see in April we've got 4,600 because they turned them all off until everything gets sorted out and caught back up. So, I mean, we're still on good trend, so I'm not too worried about it. The transport regular revenues.
Excuse me, so they're
yeah.
not clawing it back, they're just stopping the flow.
Right, yeah, they're just
until
letting
it
everything
evens out.
sort out till they get the billing codes
Got
figured
it,
out and
okay.
get back to the right
Yeah,
amount
all right,
to
okay.
distribute to all the agencies. So that will all get sorted out, but we're still on a good trend there. On the just regular transports, you'll see April was our best month so far this year. Doesn't necessarily mean we had more transports last month or even last quarter. It's just cyclical, and when systems design gets the bills out and when the payers send out checks, so it doesn't really mean a whole lot. The next page you'll see our wage and overtime projections. For just general wages, you can see we're still under target there, but we will once the CBA gets sorted out and we do some retro payments to catch everyone back up. I expect our trend will get back up to the budget line. Right now we're under, of course, because we budgeted on some sort of increase for the CBA. On the bottom side, you'll see the overtime at the lower part of the page, and this is true every year. We are showing like we're way under budget on overtime. We'll catch back up. We'll come into the summer when everyone wants to take vacation. We'll have all the wildland deployment and have to backfill for that. So we'll probably catch back up to the budget line. But for now, it looks really good. And then, of course, on the the last page there, you can see those two numbers combined. It shows like we're really trending to be under budget. But once everything else sorts out, I think we'll be pretty close to right on budget. And right now, we're just working hard on getting the annual report done. So we meet state requirements for that. And then next week, we'll be starting payroll. The treasurer's report or financial report came a meeting early because I'll be out of town at the next meeting, so I want to make sure you still got your report this month. So, are there any questions I could answer?
Speaking of state requirements, not a question on this particular budget, but refresh my memory. Do we have annual state audits now, or is it every 2
Not
years?
yet. We're still, I guess, small enough, or we're a special purpose district that we're still on the every other cycle.
Okay,
So
when
this
is the next one expected?
this fall, or usually around December, is when they get to special purpose districts. We're kind of
And then they cover the previous 2 years?
correct. Yeah, they'll be
I see.
looking at 2023 and 2024.
Oh, okay,
So, yep.
okay.
Yes.
Oh, 23 and 24, not 25.
No,
That-
nope.
Okay, all right.
Yeah, they kind of prioritize, state and then counties and then cities and then special purpose districts. We're at the bottom of the barrel, and so we get last priority.
When that process starts, do they come to a meeting with you and announce that they're,
Yeah, usually
they're
we'll have
starting this
a
process?
opening conference review. The auditors will share with us what they're going to be looking at, and because sometimes it's a financial one, sometimes it's more looking at the rest of the operations, or sometimes it's both.
okay,
So they just kind of share what they'll be looking at this year, and if there's any special hot buttons that have come up in all the audits, they'll maybe share that with us as well. So,
all right, okay,
yeah.
thank you.
Any other questions?
All right.
Great. Thank you for your time.
Thank you very much. Next proclamation for EMS week. Chief Kraske, I assume that's in your wheelhouse here.
It is. Thank you, Commissioner Johnson. Randy, I like your financial report that you said you can't see the numbers, but they're bigger than they were last month. It is EMS week next week, May 19th through 24th. So I would just like to read a proclamation that the board is going to sign. It's in everyone's packet. To designate the week of May 18th through 24th, 2025 as Emergency Medical Services Week, EMS Week. Whereas emergency medical services are a vital part of the service, and whereas the members of emergency medical services teams are ready to provide life-saving care to those in need 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, and whereas access to quality emergency care dramatically improves the survival and recovery rate of those who experience sudden illness or injury, and whereas emergency medical services fill healthcare gaps by providing important out-of-hospital care, including preventative medicine, follow-up care, and access to telemedicine. And whereas the emergency medical services system consists of first responders, emergency medical technicians, paramedics, emergency medical dispatchers, firefighters, police officers, educators, administrators, pre-hospital nurses, emergency physicians, trained members of the public, and other out-of-hospital medical care providers. And whereas the members of emergency medical services teams, whether career or volunteer, engage in thousands of hours of specialized training and continuing education to enhance their life-saving skills. And whereas it is appropriate, to recognize the value and the accomplishments of emergency medical services providers by designated the Emergency Medical Services Week now. Therefore, North County Regional Fire Authority Board of Commissioners, in recognition of this event, does hereby proclaim the week of May 18th through 24th, 2025 as Emergency Medical Services Week.
I would entertain the motion to approve the EMS week proclamation designated May 18th to 24th, 2025 as EMS week.
So moved.
Second.
Okay, move it second. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Opposed? Thank you very much.
Very good. It made me, reading this literally in the middle of it, I thought of a quick story that I'll recognize and video out to staff. But Teresa had a call from, actually we had a visit from some members of the community here in Stanwood that it was a walk-in medical call. The call's laying on my desk. It's a walk-in medical call. It was an ALS call, but Medic 99 was out of service. They were on another call. The person was experiencing pretty severe chest pain. The crew loaded the patient up in their basic life support unit and headed for the hospital, realizing that Medic 48 was further away. And Skagit Valley campus in Mount Vernon was the appropriate facility. They went code to Skagit. It was kind of two-part. They got somewhat scolded for bringing this patient in a BLS unit because they didn't have the appropriate pre-hospital things that would normally be done. But then we were later notified that the patient probably would have not survived if they had not have done that.
If it hadn't been timely.
Yeah.
Right. Very good. Excellent.
Yeah.
You go
Thank
with
you.
what you've got, but that's great. Chief, do you know offhand what the North County will do to promulgate this proclamation? I mean, will we be posting it on our website, or is it a release out to the news media? I'm just asking. I don't know.
Yes, thank you. Carrie will be pushing the message out on social media next week, and we are providing lunch for every shift and every station next week.
Okay.
Yeah, and that is at the admin's expense, not the RFA's expense.
Oh, all right. Thank you very much. Appreciate it. Now we'll get into the introduction of our new care coordinator, Michael Golder. Is that Matt? Okay, go ahead.
Actually speaking, well, good afternoon, commissioners, those online. My name is Matt Hickman, Assistant Chief of EMS here at North County. A little bit more context on that call Chief Kraske was talking about. They did have a kind of a cold welcome up there at Skagit, but after looking into it, it was found that our provider spent a total of 4 minutes on scene here at Station 99, immediately cued into the fact that this was cardiac chest pain and likely something that required emergent care at Skagit, and it turns out that was correct. So the patient was suffering a heart attack and taken directly to cath lab. So 22 minutes from Station 99 to Skagit is absolutely very fast. So yeah, we spoke with them, and I thought they did a really good job on the call. So for this next section, introduction of Michael Golder, who is our newest care coordinator. I'm actually going to bring up the CARES team in its entirety here, because I wanted to take an opportunity to give you guys a visual representation to how much our CARES team has grown in the last couple of years. So this is Michael.
Meet you, everybody.
Yeah, I asked him if he wanted to come up and talk for a while, and he said no, thank you. That's just fine. So, Michael's actually a lifelong resident of the city of Arlington. He grew up here and attended Western Washington University to get his degree in public health, Bachelor's of Science, which aligns well with our CARES program. And a couple of things of note for Michael, welcoming their first child. So him and his wife are welcoming first child. So a lot of changes in the Golder household. And you guys, a couple of months ago, for some background, approved the hiring of our second care coordinator to support our CARES program because our caseload was so high. And we had a really good response, both regionally and locally. We had a lot of candidates. We had a lot of people come out. It was very obvious to us that Michael was the correct choice. And after a couple of weeks spending here, it's very obvious that we made the right choice. He's picking things up really quickly, assimilating with the crews well. And it sounds like you're going to have your first home visit next week, which is very fast for a care coordinator. So we're very happy to have him. I did want to just take a moment as we move into EMS week next week. That is a time where we stop and we celebrate a lot of these high acuity calls that we go on. So cardiac arrests, high acuity traumas. Before we do that though, tonight I want to just take a moment and realize that our CARES program is doing work in the background that is on scene and supports and directly allows our EMS providers to go on those calls. Our CARES program makes it so that they are able to be in service more often. We've proven that. And so the very direct benefit of that is allowing them there. So in addition to introducing Michael to you guys, I also wanted to introduce MSO Price, who took over for me as CARES coordinator, and Christina, who's been with us since September of 2023. So this is the entirety of our CARES program and our day shift EMS division. So yeah, I'm happy to answer any questions for you guys.
That's great.
Yeah,
No, thank you very much.
very nice.
Okay, perfect. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Wow.
I'm up again, I think.
Now we're going to have Assistant Chief of EMS Matt Hickman for an oath and badge pinning.
Yes, thank you again, Commission. I am very happy and proud tonight to swear in Matt Hickman as our Assistant Chief of EMS. A little bio on Matt. He was raised on Whidbey Island, hired in Arlington as a part-time firefighter EMT in 2009. He attended paramedic school at Central Washington University in 2011, getting his bachelor's degree in paramedicine. He was hired full-time as a firefighter paramedic in Arlington in 2013, and then kind of bounced around the county a little bit, trying to figure out where the right fit was. He left Arlington and went to South County Fire for a short time, and then went to Marysville, where he was there 5 years, 7 years? 4 or 5 years. And at the end of kind of this 4 or 5 year tenure, it's when we were starting to look for our community resource paramedic here at North County. And immediately in the conversation, I thought of Matt, knowing his compassion and kind of bedside manner, and just being a really great EMS provider. And so I reached out to him, and he was excited about the position. So he returned to North County in 2022 as our community resource paramedic, appointed our interim medical services administrator in November of 2024. His background in EMS education, he does a lot of teaching at Everett and Skagit Valley Community Colleges and for park rangers and first responder programs kind of throughout Snohomish, Skagit, and Whatcom County. Matt and his wife Amy live in Bellingham. Matt is an avid cyclist, and I can tell you I've been in his garage before, and there's like 10 bicycles lined up. And he says they all have a different purpose, but they're all like, there's like, 8 of them are Matt's and 2 of them are yours, Amy? He's
6 and 4.
6 and 4. He's also a sailor. He's learning to sail in Bellingham Bay and kind of races on Thursday afternoons. And Matt and I have worked together. When Matt worked for us in Arlington, he was a paramedic on my shift, so I got to know Matt really well. So I am very excited about this today. So Matt, I would like to read your oath to you, please.
Okay.
Okay, can you raise your right hand, please? I'll speak loudly because I don't have the microphone. I, Matthew Hickman,
I, Matthew Hickman,
do solemnly swear
do solemnly swear
that I will support the Constitution and laws
that I will support the Constitution and laws
of the United States and the state of Washington,
of the United States and the state of Washington,
and that I will faithfully carry out the duties
and that I will faithfully carry out the duties
of Assistant Chief of Emergency Medical Services
of Assistant Chief of Emergency Medical Services
for North County Regional Fire Authority
for North County Regional Fire Authority.
to the best of my ability.
To the best of my ability,
I pledge to serve with integrity,
I pledge to serve with integrity,
professionalism, and dedication,
professionalism, and dedication,
supporting the mission and values of the authority,
supporting the mission and values of the authority,
and working to protect the health and safety
and working to protect the health and safety
of our community and personnel.
of our community and personnel.
I take this oath freely
I take this oath freely
and will do my best to serve
and will do my best to serve
with honesty, accountability, and a commitment to excellence.
with honesty, accountability, and a commitment to excellence.
Okay, very good.
Thank you, Chief.
Very good.
Come on up, Amy. We're gonna have Matt's wife Amy pin him for the first time with his badge.
Should I call a 5-minute recess right after this? 5-minute recess after this?
Yeah, I think that's a good idea.
Okay.
She got it.
Oh, sweet. That was cute.
Okay, thank you.
All right, thank you. I'm gonna call a 5-minute recess while people file in or file out or thing around that, and then we'll conclude some of the rest of the meeting. But I'll call a 5-minute recess for, actually make it 8 minutes, so it's 8-minute recess. So at 16:35, we'll resume the meeting.
Oh.
Okay. time, and we're gonna come out of recess to celebrate the oath and badge pinning of Assistant Chief of EMS Matt Hickman, and now we will go to the Chief's report. So,
Thank you, Commissioner
Okay.
Johnson. Some things to report to you this week. We're moving along with implementing the jointly staffed advanced life support unit at Station 46 with Fire District 21. I think Assistant Chief Hickman is working through a lot of the details, but I think we will be ready on June 1st. Sunday, June 1st will be the first day of operation. District 21 came in at Station 46. We designated one bedroom for their 3 employees, and they came in and kind of furnished it, bed, dresser, desk, everything. So that's ready to go. I've kind of worked through all the issues as far as clothing, so that it's the same clothing as our crews wear, but it'll just have the District 21 logo on it. So I think we're off to a good start, and look forward to implementing that and getting it going. Negotiations, we've been spending a lot of time on negotiations. You're going to hear more about that in executive session in a few minutes, but I hope that we're close to wrapping it up. I actually think we are like 95% there. We're really close. Autumn Head, our HR generalist, and I did a consultation with Washington State Department of Labor and Industries. We needed to create an accident prevention program, and so we reached out to L&I and to ask for some guidance on that. And so they scheduled some time with us. They came in. They wanted to see all of our facilities, and we kind of said, in time we will do that. Can we just focus here at Station 99? Make this kind of our learning template. And so they went through the entire facility, came back about 2 weeks later and gave us kind of a list of things to work on and some templates to work from. And in time, when they come back, we'll have them go through all of our facilities. So we're looking forward to having L&I kind of stamp and approve all of our facilities as safe workplaces, and we'll have all of our policies up to date. So I would like to thank Autumn for her work on this, because she's been taking the brunt of that. So thank you, Autumn. Our strategic plan that we contracted with, Chief Cermak contracted with Mike Despain last August or September, is wrapping up. He's just been waiting for some data from another gentleman that he uses, a different provider, and there was, I think, a death in the family, and so it kind of slowed that down. But Teresa recently had kind of a Zoom call, a virtual call with him, and answered some of the questions. So I think we're going to see that strategic plan. Hopefully we'll have that for you within the next 30 days. As well as our annual report, because we're going to use some of that data for our annual report. She has the bulk of the report done. We're just waiting for some of the data. The Fire Training Academy Consortium Board. So there's the board of the 6 agencies that participate in the Regional Fire Training Academy, the Snohomish County Academy. They've been working under an ILA, and I participated in my first meeting here last week with the other 5 agencies, and the ILA expires the end of this year. The first ILA was just kind of a, so to speak, a Band-Aid to get us going and get us underway. There's some work that needs to be done, and so we talked about that. And Chief Eastman, who is the chair this year of the consortium, is motivated to get that work done. So I think this fall we'll be bringing a new ILA forward for you to sign. A lot of work being done in fire levy preparation. So I would like to thank Carrie for this. She's been doing a lot of work with Liz Loomis and her team. If you are active on social media, I would encourage you to look at our Facebook page and Twitter page and things. There's a lot of things being pushed out, especially for EMS Week next week, and some kind of feel-good success stories that we have. We're working with the company we've used in the past also. It's a husband and wife team called A Huge Production, and they're doing some educational videos. They don't instruct anyone how to vote. They're just informational on the services we provide. And they've got some pretty emotional stories to them. One of them, I'm going to get the name wrong, but about 2 months ago, we had the gentleman from Kayak Point came that had the fire in his home, and then it turned into a cardiac arrest and had a really good outcome. We're using his story as one of them. So just a quick recap. A couple weeks ago, they went down to his home. It was all prearranged and coordinated, but Captain Westerman, that was the captain that day, the crew kind of rolled up in front of the house, stretched a line from the engine. There's some audio that's kind of talking about what happened, and then it goes to an interview with him and his wife, kind of talking about what happened. Very powerful. And the second one that is being filmed on Friday is going to be really powerful. And so on Super Bowl Sunday this year, up on 300th Street, kind of just west of Station 96, there was a really severe, really serious head-on motor vehicle accident with actually 3 students from Stanwood High School in 2 different vehicles.
Oh, man.
The most seriously injured student, since it's on video, I won't say a name, but the most seriously injured student, I know I have a connection to the family, kind of a friend through a friend, and I kind of debated, is it too soon? And I kind of thought it was, but I reached out to the mother that I knew that's a friend, and kind of told her what we're doing, and she's familiar with some of the videos that we've done in the past, and she's like, you know what, let me ask. And so to my surprise, she asked the mother of the high school student, and she said, absolutely. Whew. Yeah, it's huge. Absolutely, she wants to do this. So on Friday, that is being filmed. So that'll be really powerful. And then there's some mailers from Liz Loomis and her crew that Carrie's kind of helping them with some details on. That'll all be pushed out here because we are about 10 weeks away from that vote. So again, thank you, Carrie. Every Friday, I push out what I titled like a box alarm to the commission. And just any comments or anything would be appreciated. Is everybody getting that? Commissioner Johnson, in communicating with Carrie, I'm not sure you're getting it because I think you prefer things to go to your personal email.
Yeah.
So I can.
Well, copy to both. I mean, the official and a copy to the personal.
Okay,
So
I will
I'm
start.
not looking for a individual email so much as just a copy.
Hit both of them.
To that, yeah.
Okay, I will do that. Next commission meeting, Chief Tenhopen and I plan on bringing just a purchase for 2 used trucks from South County Fire forward. We have a need for not department assigned vehicles like to staff members, but we have a need for just some vehicles. For instance, one will be located here at Station 99 and one at Station 97 for Randy, Teresa, whoever needs to run to the bank, run to the store, do things. A lot of that's done now in personal vehicles. South County has 2 of these older Chevy Colorados, and they're older. They're like 15 to 17 years old, but really low miles. I mean, low like 40 to 50,000 miles. So this conversation's been going on for a while, but they reached out and said, we're ready to get rid of them. And so we kind of agreed on a price. It's about $3,500 a piece for them. They're surplusing them to us at the lowest Blue Book value. And so it's going to be, I think, a great option for us. And we'll get years of use out of those.
Wow.
At the same time, and there'll be some more questions and information on that, on this coming forward, but the boat that used to be at Station 97 at Warm Beach has lived at Station 92, the storage facility, essentially for years. It's been up there for the last 2 or 3 years. It has not been used in years. Chief Tenhopen and I, we have a storage space. We need bay space, even though that is just storage for reserve units. So we're going to bring a proposal forward to surplus the boat with the intention in the future that we will buy a more suitable boat. When the officer was killed from Tulalip in Tulalip Bay 3 or 4 years ago, it kind of raised the light. Is this the right boat? Working and communicating with some of the legacy North County folks about what the capabilities of that boat on a nice day when the water is calm and things are good, the boat serves a good purpose. When the water is rough, it doesn't serve a good purpose. So we're like, this is not a safe vessel for us to be in. So we'll bring a proposal forward to surplus that, and we'll go through like the public surplusing and do it all according to policy. Media sharing group. So every Tuesday morning, I attend a Stanwood City staff meeting, and there was about 3 or 4 weeks ago, there was a really serious accident here on 532, just west of I-5. And though it wasn't in the Stanwood city limits, City Hall's phones were lighting up about what is happening, what's going on, and they don't know. And even though there was a couple police officers from Snohomish County Sheriff's Office that work in and for the city of Stanwood on scene, the city of Stanwood didn't know. So Mayor Roberts just asked, is there a way we can share information? And so it kind of, I was like, absolutely, we can fix this. So we connected the Stanwood Public Informationer up with Carrie. And we've got a group now between the Stanwood Police Department, which is / Snohomish County Sheriff's Office, the City of Stanwood, and North County Fire. And we hope to add the school district to this in the future, is that when there's important things that the community needs to know, there's road closures, there's a hazardous materials incident, there's a fire, we can push that out. Like if Carrie's the one who gets it, she can push it and automatically post it to all those other pages. So it'll be great. And we're a little bit behind, but we're kind of duplicating the exact efforts in Arlington with Arlington PD, the City of Arlington School District, and we hope to add Cascade Skagit Hospital to it too. So all these public agencies kind of working to just push out information that the community needs to know timely. So yeah, thanks for your work on that, Carrie. Captain Norman touched on the payroll status, but Allison, thank you for all your work in this. This has been a huge project that they outsourced some of it, but we hope to have resolution to this. Am I optimistic to say in the next 45 days or so?
I think we would like to be issuing checks
This is
late
the middle of
June
May.
and into July.
Okay, very good. Thank you. And there's been a lot of really interesting kind of cool training occurring, and it always occurs in the spring. This is kind of preparatory stuff for wildland season, for the water training. So there's a lot of cool stuff going on, a lot of pictures, and so Carrie's really been hitting the social media stuff hard. So I asked her, I said, can you make a little slideshow on this? And so she said, of course I can. So this is just, what, Carrie, 2 or 3 minutes?
It's one song. It might be 4 minutes.
This was actually a real call in Fire District 19 where a gentleman on a riding lawnmower got too close to the edge and rolled his lawnmower off the cliff and was pretty seriously injured.
Wow.
These are some little tabletop things that Captain Saka built about just wildland fire, like where to park rigs, how to deploy hoses, be aware of wind and with the direction that the wind is coming from. Little toy box. You'll see some other T-shirts in those photos. The wildland training was participated in by a lot of other agencies that came to Station 48. This is the water training.
So beautiful and so scary. So
Oh, I know.
You're totally unforgiving.
Yeah, I can't imagine.
Tomorrow evening, we have one recruit in this year's fire academy, and that's Gage Smith, and he'll graduate tomorrow evening. And this last one, our firefighter paramedic Anna Malillo is recently appointed to the, I got to read this to get it right, the International Association of Firefighters Female Health and Safety Standing Committee Representative. So that picture, she traveled back to Washington, D.C. to participate with that group. Okay, and just the last couple things, we've just been actively participating in the city council meetings in Arlington and Stanwood, and this morning Chief Tenhopen and I attended the ribbon cutting for the new flood wall here in Stanwood. So Mayor Roberts cut the ribbon on that this morning, and it was kind of funny because so a little group of us down there, and he starts talking, and about 2 minutes into it, I faintly hear a train, and I'm like, oh, this is gonna happen. We're right beside the train tracks. Yeah. And it just gets louder and louder, and I jokingly said, it's probably a coal train, and it was like a 80-car long coal train. Yes. So that has been done. So yeah, happy to answer any questions. A lot of good stuff occurring.
I would like to say thank you for your weekly reports. I find that very helpful and keeping in touch. I really like it.
Thank you. And I try and keep them to one page.
That's perfect. It's not overload or anything. It's just, I love it.
And I would like to recognize everything you just saw in the video training related that Chief Kuntz, our battalion chief of training, had some part in making all that happen. So Greg and Will King, who you recently approved for his training assistant position last fall, they're doing really great stuff. So Greg, thank you.
All right. All right, we're going to hold an executive session allowable under 42 RCW 42.30.140 to discuss matters related to collective bargaining and negotiations. That's the first segment of the executive session. And then we're going to go into a second session immediately following under RCW 42.30.110. Sub 1, sub G, review performance of employees. So those that need to be here for the collective bargaining part first should stay, others should leave. And we'll do, I was told, what, 10 minutes on the collective bargaining?
10 seems good.
Is that okay for a briefing on that? So, okay, all right.
Fantastic.
Is there anyone in there? Allison?
With reset, I'm shutting off my
All right, coming out of executive session, no action, direction given. So, back to the, a few simple things of, board discussion / commissioner comments. Open on anything else that
I
we,
wish Randy was here. I had one comment I wanted to make.
is he, did he leave? Oh, sorry. You don't want to make it without
I
him?
can make it. Years ago, the city of Sanwood and quite a few cities went to a 2-year budget. And one of the reasons for doing this was so you didn't have the full-blown audit every year. Because there's a cost associated with that. There's a precursory. If you have a 2-year budget, you have an audit every 2 years, a main audit, and then a partial audit in the off year. So there's some financial savings so that Stanwood wasn't the only city to do it. Others did it. I even did it when I ran the Labor Council because the AFL-CIO mandates audits there, just like cities and fire authorities have mandated audits. So there's a benefit to having a 2-year budget instead of a 1-year budget, just for the purpose of planning, but also there's a cost savings on how much these audits cost you. Then if you get to that point of where they want to come in every year, there's a benefit to having a 2-year budget. That's all I wanted to share with it, so.
Okay,
I would agree. I know Arlington had gone to the 2-year and found it very beneficial.
Yeah. So that was my comment.
Okay.
Randy.
okay. Any other commissioner comments at this time? Greg, anything?
No, I don't have any.
Okay, all right. Okay.
Oh, just a reminder that your next meeting,
Oh, yeah.
will be at council chambers at City Hall in downtown Arlington, 4 p.m. as usual. It's been posted for the public and pushed out on social media, so,
Yeah. Thank you.
going
All right.
forward, once a month on this side, once a month on the other side.
All right, thank you very much. Any other comments for the good of the order? On other things? Oh, refresh our memories about the June meeting in Chelan. Now, it's that Friday and Saturday, right?
Yes.
And
So-
the people are driving over Friday morning?
Yes, people are driving over Friday morning. The conference is Saturday only, but Chief talked about having a mini afternoon session on Friday.
Right, right.
So location to be determined.
Yeah, it gets interesting in the past. So Nicholson, our insurance carrier, does a educational thing on Friday, the day
Yeah.
before. We reached out, and it's really it is about records retention, and it's very human resources driven this year. So we didn't feel the commission had a lot of need for that.
Thank you.
Allison's going to attend that session.
Right.
I'm not sure who else. Yeah. So if there's interest, and we can talk in the coming weeks, we've already reserved the conference room at Chelan Fire in downtown Chelan if we wanted to meet
Okay, that was my next question.
a few
That's
hours.
Exactly right.
Yeah.
That's a good spot. So, okay, all right. So, and are you looking for suggestions of content for that meeting?
Sure.
Okay, I haven't thought about it, but that's, okay, fine. So it's not already set?
No.
Okay, all right. Thank you. All right, no more go to the order comments. Thank you very much. I believe the cleanup Saturday is May 17th coming up here in Stanwood.
Yeah.
9 to 2,
Yeah.
a clean sweep for Stanwood residents. That's just important. And I will, from Commissioner Oakes, I will entertain a motion to adjourn.
I'll make that motion.
All right, all in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Thank you. Okay, bye-bye. Okay.